Hello, everybody. Welcome in. BB here from MoneyLordNation.com. This is another MoneyLord YouTube channel story. I'm a upload video. So, guys, welcome in. If you're welcome in if you're watching this from the YouTube channel. Well, guys, let's be honest. It's been a week since we ever streamed or uploaded a video. Because I have been busy in recent days. So I haven't really had any time to really stream because I'm gonna be getting back to school and all that stuff. So I probably will be live. I'll be limited. I would definitely be limited when I go back to school because I have a lot of shit going on in school. But um, but yeah. So I'll kind of be limited on streaming. But yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do how shot that would be if all these NBA teams would make the playoffs. Um, I'm gonna do the same thing as NFL. I should have the video. I should have a video. I already made it. I think the video is gonna come out tomorrow about the NFL, but today I just decided to do the NBA first, and then we'll do the NFL later. So let's just go through the list over here. If that makes any sense, I don't know if I'm talking the right thing, but whatever. So the top of the tier list, you have the teams that will be shocked that they didn't make it, which means the teams that I will be absolutely mind blown if I didn't see them in the playoffs. Then you have the teams that I was not surprised, teams I'm not that I, but just the teams I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised to be there, see there in the playoffs. Then in the middle you have the teams I'm a little shocked, which means it's gonna be a little shocking, but it's not. But I won't be completely shocked. Then here at the bottom, and then you have the pretty surprised category, which means the teams that I will be kind of surprised. And then the bottom tiers, you have the teams that I will be shocked if they made it, which means I have absolutely no way that Addison can make the postseason next year. All right, so without further ado, let's get it going. All right, so we are starting off with the Washington Wizards. Yeah, I'll be shocked if they make it. Come on, I think Washington. I don't know. I just think Washington's really going to struggle this year. I don't think they're really going to be that good. And yeah, I think Washington's just going to be an all-time disaster. Like I don't really expect anything. Plus, Washington does not really have enough talent on it. They only got Jordan Poole, and I just don't think that's going to be enough. So I think I'll be shocked if they make the playoffs. I think Washington's probably going to be one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the league. All right, after that we got the Clippers. I mean, talent-wise, they have enough talent on the roster. The roster does look really good, but but the question is, can they stay healthy? I mean, that's all that we're really looking for. I'm gonna go. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs because it's the Clippers and that's what they do. But but the question comes for the Clippers: can they stay healthy? Because if they can, they're not making it. But if they can, they will make it. So I will say I'm not surprised they do. All right, next up we have San Antonio. You know, with Victor Wembanyama, because that team actually has some good that team does have some good um young core. That team does really have young core. I really looked at it, and that team actually looks kind of decent. So I think the Spurs are going to be at least decent next year. So I will be surprised if they make the playoffs. I don't think they're playoff caliber yet, but I think they're headed towards the right direction. There's a lot of teams. There's a couple of teams I'm going to say about that. But San Antonio is one of those teams. But I wouldn't be completely shocked if they made it. But I'm going to say I would be surprised if they made it because I don't think they're playoff material yet. But they're getting close. All right, after that, we got the Trailblazers. Once you lose Dame, which I do think that's going to happen, I'll be mind blown. Even with Dame, I would be mind blown if you guys make the playoffs because you guys don't really. I don't think the Blazers really have any much talent besides Dame and whatever. But if Dame decides to stay there, then that Dame is basically all you have because the rest of your team is not that good. All right, after that we got Detroit. Yeah, I would still be shocked if they made it. They do have a pretty good young core too, but I would still be shocked because I think San Antonio's young core is better than Detroit. But yeah, who knows? I think the Pistons. I think they're going to do a little bit better next year. They're kind of like the Spurs, but I think the Pistons are going to take a slower step to that process. Like the Spurs, I can see them. I can see them like winning like 30 or 40 some games. Pistons, I can only see them like winning 20 to 39 some games like that. So I think the Spurs are headed towards that direction a little bit higher. But I think the Spurs are gonna. I mean, but I think the Pistons are gonna be on that trail, but they're gonna be a little bit slower on that trail. So yeah, I would be shocked if the Pistons made it. All right, after that we got Toronto. What do I put them? Yeah, I honestly, yeah, I'll be shocked to make the playoffs because they're in a hard division. I do think losing Fran Vliet and possibly losing Pascal Siakam, I do think you guys are going to be the worst team in that division. I'm just saying I'll be shocked if you guys make the playoffs. I'm as a betting man, I'm just being honest. All right, after that we got the Miami Heat. At this point, they went to the NBA Finals last year. I know the roster has slightly gotten worse, but I do think they're going to get Damian Lillard. But if it is that case, I would be shocked. Even either way, I would be mind blown. I would be shocked if I didn't see the Miami Heat in the playoffs because in my opinion it just seems really weird to have an NBA playoffs with the Miami Heat. And once again I'll say a couple. But I think that team is still great. They still have Bam, still have Jimmy, they still have playoff Jimmy Butler. Yeah, that team should be just fine. All right, after that we got the Suns. No brainer. No brainer. I gotta put them up here. Come on, if you have KD, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, you better make the playoffs. After that we have the Grizzlies. I mean, losing Ja Morant for 25 games, but they did a really good job of getting Marcus Smart to kind of replace that for now. Plus, you guys do have that same roster, so Memphis. If I'm being honest with you guys, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to make the playoffs, but I would. But you guys like in between here. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd definitely be a little bit shocked if you didn't make the playoffs. After that, we got Denver. I'll be shocked. Come on, if the defending champions don't make the playoffs, that's a problem. All right. After that, we got the Bucks. I'll put the Bucks at shot. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the Bucks way up here. I would still be mind blown if they didn't make the playoffs. They still have a roster to compete for a championship right now. Now, as long as you have Giannis, Drew, and Chris Middleton, that should be enough to put you guys up here. All right. After that, we got Boston. If you guys had an off season like that, you guys better make the playoffs because if you don't, I'm gonna be blown. Come on, you guys just got Chris Porzingis. I think you guys do have a really good bench. You still have JT, you still have Jaylen Brown. Even though I think that Jaylen Brown contract extension was a lot of money, and I think Boston paid a lot of money for this man. But still, Boston, if you don't make the playoffs, I will be absolutely mad. Even though I hate you, but I don't want you to make the playoffs. But if I don't see you in the playoffs, I'll be blown. After that, we got the Magic. You know what? I think the Magic. I'll be a little shocked because I don't. I think the Magic could actually make the playoffs. I actually think they can. I think they're good enough in the play-in tournament. I think the Magic will be in the play-in tournament next year. I will say that. Because I don't think the Magic are like that bad. Like I don't think the Magic are going to be a bad team. I think the Magic are going to be like last year's Bulls. They're going to be somewhere near 500. So yeah, I would still be a little shocked if the Magic made the playoffs because you got to get through teams, got to get through the good rest of the playing East teams. But hey, there's a possibility that they can make the playoffs. I might the Magic they could do it. After that we got the Kings. I would not be surprised if I see the Kings back in the playoffs after the season that they had last year. Whew. Plus, I think they kind of just re-signed everybody, so I don't think the Kings don't really have anything to be worse about. So I'm gonna say, but I wouldn't surprise me to see the Kings back in the playoffs. I wouldn't say I would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs. All right, after that we got Pelicans. How do I feel about the Pelicans this year? But I think they're just like the Clippers because they have all the talent in the world, but the question is, can they stay healthy? I mean, that's just they're just like the Clippers to me. But I'm gonna put but as tough as the West is going to be this year, so yeah, I will be a little bit shocked if I see the Pelicans in the playoffs, but I wouldn't be mind blown. All right, after that we got the Timberwolves. I mean, they have a good roster too. Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns. But I'll still be a little bit shocked to make the playoffs because it's the Timberwolves. Timberwolves, they'll always slip off in the play-in tournament somewhere. So I will be surprised if I see the Timberwolves in the playoffs next year, but just not a lot because I already know what kind of kind of star power they have. After that, we got the Bulls. You know what? I'll honestly be pretty surprised if I see the Bulls in the playoffs next season. I just don't think the Bulls. I think the Bulls are just gonna be flat out mid for like the next couple years or something like that. I know DeMar DeRozan's good. I know Zach LaVine is good. And I know Vucevic is good. But but most of your roster is not healthy like all at the same time. You seen so many times last year that the Bulls just didn't have like a good healthy roster. They would have the healthy roster. I would definitely put them higher than this. But if I'm being honest, the way how the East is this year and the way how I think the stat the East is this year, I would be kind of surprised if I see the Bulls in the playoffs. All right, after that we got the Kings. Not that's just say Kings. Knicks. Okay. Yeah, Knicks. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. You know, they still have that same talent. They basically. I think they basically resigned everybody. I don't think they really did much in the offseason, but I don't think this team really need to. But no other hands. I would not be surprised if the Knicks made the playoffs next season. I don't know why I keep saying Kings from them because maybe the Kings and the Knicks are kind of have like the same name, something like that. It's kind of weird. All right, after that we have the Hawks. I'll be a little shocked, not too much. Not too much because it's Atlanta. Atlanta's Atlanta. They could make the playoffs. I do think they're one of the more better teams in their division. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. I mean, they're kind of in between these two categories. All right, after that we got the Lakers. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lakers in the playoffs, but I actually, you know what? Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that just yet because I don't know how they're going to perform this year. But the Lakers, actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna do it. I would be surprised if the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. I mean, come on, Lakers. We had the bet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying this as a fan standpoint. No. I'm not saying this as a bias standpoint. I'm saying this as a fan standpoint. I think the Lakers had the best offseason in the NBA. Now I know I can see a lot of people disagree with me here, if I'm being honest, if I look at the offseason, I just look at every single move. I think the Lakers had the best offseason. Now the other team that had a good offseason, Boston had a good offseason. So, San Antonio had a good offseason. Phoenix had a really good offseason. Even Denver had a really good offseason. And the Pistons. So I'm getting credit to the other teams. I'm just showing you I'm not biased. But still, I'm going to be seriously. But seriously, if the Lakers did make the playoffs, would you be shocked at all? I mean, come on, just answer that question. Look at the Lakers' talent and roster and tell me this team is not capable to make the playoffs. All right, after that we have Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised they made the playoffs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised they have star power to still Luka, Kyrie Irving, but the question is that combination going to work? Because last year it did not. So I'm very interested how they're going to bounce back from that from last season. All right, after that we have OKC. I'm not surprised they make the playoffs. I'm not surprised. They probably have one of the best young cores in the league. Uh, I mean, I think OKC's young core is better than San Antonio, so I would be. Yeah, so if I'm being honest, I think OKC is in the right position to make the playoffs. I think if they make the playoffs, they're going to be somewhat low seed, but they're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So, so I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, but so that's where I'm gonna put them. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the playoffs. All right, after that we see the Cavs. Nope, the Cavs are going to the same category. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the playoffs. They still have that same depth power. They basically just resigned everybody and just got Max Strus. I mean, there's really nothing much to say. I just wouldn't be surprised. After that, we got Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia makes the playoffs every single year. That I honestly would be shocked if they didn't make it. I mean, come on, they have too much star power in that team not to make it. All right, next up we have the Hornets. Yeah, I would be mind blown if I see the Hornets in the playoffs. I mean, come on, all you guys mellow ball and just third year. Besides that, you don't really have enough star power on that team to convince me that you're gonna make the playoffs. After that, we got the Warriors. Come on, come on. This is also a no-brainer. I would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs. It's just, I mean, come on, it's Golden State. After that, we have Houston. I wouldn't say I'll be shocked, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna be pretty surprised though, because the Houston right now reminds me of San Antonio. Like they're like both of these two teams have very good young cores, and they're really on the verge of making the playoffs. But I just don't think they're there yet. All right, after that we have Utah. Yeah, I think I'll be pretty surprised if I see Utah in the playoffs. I mean, I know they were hanging around the playoff contention last year, but But yeah, but like I said, based on how challenging the West is this year, yes, I would be surprised if Utah makes the playoffs out of that. All right, next up we have the Pacers. Basically the same story as San Antonio and Houston. All right, and last but not least, we got the Nets. I'll be a little shocked, but I wouldn't really be shocked. Actually, no. I'll be pretty surprised. I'll be pretty surprised. Not saying that the team is bad. Brooklyn is not a bad team, but I would just be surprised because, like I said, how the East is stacked this year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, like the Nets to make the playoffs. But I'll be a little surprised, but not a lot. But I'll be pretty surprised if that team makes the playoffs out of all the East teams that we have in our current NBA. All right, and that is the tier list, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Or whatever you think? I should have it once again. I should have an NFL video coming out tomorrow for you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off and get this thing edited so you guys can watch it on time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, this is Big Me here, signed off from MoneyLoadNation.com. Peace out. We'll see you guys next stream. Goodbye. In the next stream or video. Goodbye, everyone.